So we got this beautiful Strat on my workbench today. And I picked this up for dirt cheap because I intended to use the body for a parts caster project, but I don't think I'll do that. I just want to show you the paint job. It's like a crimson sparkling metallic finish, and it just looks beautiful, like in the right light. It just looks incredible. Of course, the lighting in my room is a little bit dim right now. Then it has these pickups that are called Duncan design pickups. Essentially pickups developed in collaboration with Seymour Duncan, but you know, in the aftermarket OEM factories. And I think they pull well above their weight. Kind of hot, but I think they sound pretty good. Much better than the classic 5 pickups, which are Alnico pickups. They did not come with these saddles. They came with the bent saddles, but I switched them out for these just because they're just more comfortable, and I had them lying around. And I'm just not a fan of the bent steel saddles. Other than that, everything else is stock. And then in this neck, all I did was do a pretty thorough fret job and polish the frets, use some steel wool, hydrated the fretboard. And yeah, so the reason I put this much effort into, you know, a guitar I thought I'd be taking apart is because of 2 reasons. One is sentimental, and the other is, well, I'll tell you about the other one. So when I flipped this guitar over, I was quite surprised by this. I've never seen a Squire that was made in an Indian factory, right? The only guitars I've seen out of India are like the knockoff brands, which are not very good and not made of high quality material. But this is rosewood and maple, and you know, it's a fairly light body, and it feels really great. The other thing that really stood out to me was how comfortable the neck was, and that's what I'm going to show you right now. Apologies for the shaky camera work, but here we go. So one thing you'll notice right away, and I think this is an Affinity Squire Stratocaster, the neck is almost like a D-shaped neck, which is never something you see in Star. It's like a modern C, but a really thin modern C. And I'm certain that nobody has reshaped the neck. It's just how it is, because it has that gloss factory finish. Another thing which I noticed was the body meets this neck slightly after the 16th fret, and the body is thin and the neck is thin, right? Which means that accessing the high 21st fret is super simple. It's actually really easy to play over there. I'm not a fan of square heels, but in this situation I don't even notice it, right? The other good thing is that you can keep the action slightly higher and still, you know, make sure that it's a comfortable instrument to play. And the higher action, the tone is much nicer with higher action, but you can do that comfortably with this guitar because the neck is so thin. It's really comfortable. And for comparison, right, I can show you, this is a Fender neck. Focuses. You can see right away, this is a really beautiful neck too, but you can see how thick the neck is. And this is a 50s style Strat neck, and it's a much thicker neck. And also, if you look at the body joint, right, it's kind of inside the 16th fret. So with the body joint being further up here and the neck being thicker, it's not as comfortable. You can still reach the 16th fret, I mean the 21st fret, and play easily, but it's just not as comfortable as the Squire one. It's just not. It's just facts. Sorry. And yeah, this guitar is just so nice to play. Like your fingers kind of fly across the fretboard because of the way it's constructed. It's just pretty crazy. I'm just gonna use this as a phone stand. Okay, let's see. Again, apologies for my expert camera work, but yeah, it's not plugged in or anything, but the tuning stability is not bad either. Yeah. Yeah, the action is like around 1.5, which is on the low side, but it's still higher than what I usually do in all of my other guitars. They're all like 1 millimeter action. It might seems like a small difference, but you definitely feel it. More so when you're playing the single note. That is just a fantastic playing guitar, and so resonant as well. Yeah, keep an eye out for these guitars, because even though it's a Squire and it's a pretty old guitar, because I think these were made in like the early 2000s, if I'm not completely mistaken, but yeah, absolutely fantastic guitars. Maybe it's a one-off, you know, maybe I got lucky, but yeah, I'm definitely not taking this one apart. So cool.